a curve has equation y equals x cubed plus ax plus b. The stationary points of the curve have coordinates 2, k and minus 2, 10 minus k. Work out the value of a, the value of b, and the value of k. Now we're given y equals x cubed plus ax plus b. Now at the stationary point, the y dx equals 0. Let's call this asterisk. Now from the given equation, what is our dy dx? This is going to give us 3x squared plus a. So let's call this asterisk. We can equate the right hand side of the equation, so that means 3x squared plus a equals 0. If you subtract 3x squared from both sides of the equation, we're going to have a equals negative 3x squared. Now from the given coordinates, we can substitute the value of x, which is 2, from one of the points. So we're going to replace x with 2 so that we can solve for a. So that means a equals to negative 3 multiplied by x squared. So that's going to give us 2 squared. Okay. Now by the time we multiply that, negative 3 times 2 squared will give us negative 3 times 4. That gives negative 12. Now I'm going to substitute a equals to negative 12 in the given equation, which is y equals to x cubed plus ax plus b. So that becomes y equals x cubed. Okay, a will be replaced with negative 12, that will be minus 12x plus b. Okay, so I'm going to call this equation 1. Now we are going to substitute the coordinates into equation 1. The two coordinates, so I'm going to substitute this into equation 1. So 2, k. So I'm going to plug in 2, k. So for the first coordinate 2, k, that means we replace x with 2, y with k in equation 1. Okay, so that this becomes k equals to x cubed, which is 2 raised to the power 3 minus 12 multiplied by 2 plus b. Okay, now what will that give us? So this is going to give us k equals 8 minus 24 plus b. So by the time we solve this, our k is going to give us b minus 16. Okay, so I'm going to call this equation 2. Now for the second coordinate, right, the second coordinate is given as negative 2, 10 minus k, negative 2, 10 minus k, negative 2, 10 minus k. So I'm going to substitute this into equation 1 as well. Okay, so that y becomes 10 minus k equals x cubed will be minus 2 raised to the power 3, right, minus 12 multiplied by x will be negative 2 again, right, plus b. So that this becomes 10 minus k equals negative 2 raised to the power 3 will give us negative 8. Negative 12 times negative 2 will give us plus 24. Okay, then plus b. So that 10 minus k is equals to 24 minus 8 is 16. You drop down plus b. Okay, if you subtract 10 from both sides, we'll have negative k equals to 6 plus b. Okay, if we multiply both sides by minus, so we're going to have k equals to negative 6 negative b. Okay, so this is going to be our equation 3. Now observe closely that equation 2 and 3 have their left hand side as k, so we are going to equate their right hand side, so that from let equation 2 to be equal to equation 3, the right hand side, so that we have b minus 16 equals to minus 6 minus b. If we add b to both sides, right, if I add b here, we're going to have 2b minus 16 equals to negative 6. Now if we add 16 to both sides, so we're going to have 2b equals to 10, right? Now divide both sides by 2 to solve for b. Divide this by 2, divide it by 2, so we're going to have b equals 5. Okay, so we've been able to solve for a and b. Now we can now go ahead to solve for the last variable. Okay, now that's very easy. We can just make use of equation 2 where k equals to b minus 16. Recall from equation 2. Okay, k equals b minus 16. So all we need to do is substitute the value of b, which is 5 here. So that means k is equals to 5 minus 16. And 5 minus 16 will give us negative 11. So we can now conclude that the value of a, right, the value of a will be equal to what? Let's go back to what we have here. The value of a is negative 12. So a is negative 12. A is negative 12. Okay, the value of b equals 5. And finally, the value of k equals to negative 11. That's the solution to this problem.